We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed. Perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. And I wanted to share that in terms of my eternal memory of Uncle Mike and the strength he has passed along to me. Another brief anecdote about Mike's life, as many of you know, he was such a Shakespeare aficionado. He was known as the Bard. We quote in the Bard. It's almost as if he became Shakespeare. And in some of the stories I've read about how his ability to wow people with his quotations and recitations. At the end, I never really read Shakespeare, at least not willingly. In school I was forced to. But I became intrigued because of all the Shakespearean plays that Mike knew them all, the one that was his favorite was Hamlet. And it intrigued me, particularly after the 7th Communion. I said, you know, I watched the movie, I watched the Mel Gibson version, which is probably not the best exemplary version of how the play is performed, but I wanted to get over a sense of the story. And toward the end, in October, right before Mike had been diagnosed, he wanted to start a by email book club, so to speak, between the family to read Hamlet. And I expressed to him I wanted to read it with him and have him share with me why Hamlet was, for him, the greatest of all the Shakespearean plays. And then unfortunately it didn't happen because I got busy and then he got diagnosed, and I tried to start out at the end, and I actually read the first couple of chapters and put out some notes, but he was not well enough to participate. And so while we never had that closure in terms of learning Hamlet together or him teaching me Hamlet, there is a line in the final chapter of Hamlet that I thought would be appropriate here. This is the scene where Hamlet has just been killed, and his friend Horatio is there, and he quotes, "Now cracks a noble heart, good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest." Rest in peace, Uncle Mike. I'd like to end this on actually a little lighter note. Jim talked about the years with being roommates of Felix Cavallari. And I can only imagine what it's like to have a rock and roll musician as your roommate and to attend the parties with him. What we're going to do here is close out with a hymnal that I really think Uncle Mike would really have appreciated. It was really what he was all about. This is a song written by Felix Cavallari called "People Gotta Be Free." And we are basically going to play the song. And those of you who wish to sing along, I passed around, my brother Steve has passed around some copies of the lyrics. I'll share with Jim. Here he goes.
You ready to go? I want to just set the stage.
Oh, sure.
This is 1968. And the war in Vietnam. Lyndon Johnson announces in February that he won't run. Martin Luther King is assassinated in March. Bobby Kennedy is killed in the first week of June. The Democratic Party meets in Chicago to a tumultuous convention, and an election begins, and Richard Nixon is elected president. This is, in a sense, the culmination of the complete redefinition of personal freedom, including perhaps the use of